We weren't even supposed to see these homes today. I called Chris here about showing you folks a golf course community, and he said, Adam, you need to come over to Bellaterra because no one knows about us and it's the biggest secret around. He said, we have brand new homes, up to 5-acre home sites, and we don't have all those restrictions that all those other communities have. If you want to park an RV in your backyard, go for it. If you want to build a workshop or keep a horse on your property, and there's even 6 miles of trails within the community to enjoy. Then when I mapped it out, it was only a 40-minute drive to the airport. It made me think, I get asked for new homes with Acreage all the time. Were there more options out there that I didn't know about? And sure enough, there was. And this time I found a community that's even closer to Tampa. How about under 20 minutes to downtown Tampa? Yep. And right down the road from the Hard Rock Casino, and it has easy access to I-4 in case you want to go visit Disney. Don't believe it? Stay tuned because today we are showing you 2 killer locations and homes with Acreage. Was that cheesy?
You did it.
All right. So before we get started, here's the deal. Folks always ask me for homes that are not right on top of each other. They always ask me for homes that are in a no HOA or low HOA community setting where, you know, you could build an RV storage in your backyard or maybe a workshop, put the boat in your backyard, things like that. And so that's really rare to find with new construction homes, especially in a community setting, but that's what makes today's video so special. So here's the plan for the day. We are headed north of Tampa to meet with Chris, and he's gonna tour us through one of their top models. Then he said he's got some lots that he wants to show us that are available for future homes to be built on. And while we're at it, we could check out the community, and then we're gonna do it all over again. We're gonna head over to the Nonasassa to check out another community with 1-acre home sites, and it's only 20 minutes from downtown. I can't believe it either, but it's real, and I'm excited to see them because it's my first time too. Folks, you won't wanna miss these communities, so stick with me because you don't see home sites like this often. All right, folks, I got Chris here, rounded him up. He's the rep for Terrata Homes. He's gonna show us this beautiful house, give us a tour. We're gonna start right here on the exterior, and then we're gonna jump inside to see what we have today. So on the outside, Chris.
Yes.
Talk to us about the driveway. I mean, right away, this is beautiful elevation. I love the front of the home.
Yes.
Love the space. We're talking, what, 2 to 5 acre lots?
Yeah, 2 to 5 acre lots, average about 3 acres.
Okay.
So when you're looking at our homes, one of the great things I love that we do with our homes, we're gonna set the homes 55 feet back from the road. So that's gonna allow you to have this very long driveway, fit about 10 cars minimum within the driveway.
Yeah.
One of the things that you're gonna first notice about the model as we approach it, you're gonna have a beautiful curb appeal, and we do all side load garages so you can literally see the whole landscape of the front of the house. So that's one of the great benefits, I believe, of really being out here on the 2 to 6 acre Bellaterra community.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of the inside of the house is kind of like what you see is what you get, right?
Yes.
Is the outside kind of like that too? Like, do we get some of this landscaping? I mean, this is beautiful.
Yeah, so some of the landscaping is definitely going to be offered with the homes. We're always going to make sure the homes look great and beautiful.
Okay.
This is a little bit spruced up. We don't do the curvature driveway here. So we don't do the landscaping within the actual area, but you're going to have a very large front porch. And when we actually go see one of the models he's going to show us today, you're going to actually get to see exactly how we build those homes.
Absolutely. And I mean, right away, I can see this, even with this strip though, right? You could fit a ton of cars here.
Yeah, 100%.
It has that side load 3-car garage.
Yep.
Right? I, as a kid, especially with my kids, I would put basketball hoop over there. We could hoop it up.
100%, man.
And really, you know, a lot of RVs like to pull, people with RVs like to pull those RVs or boats on the side of their house.
Yes.
Maybe build a workshop in the back, which we'll talk about in a bit, you can do.
Yes.
But maybe extend this after the fact.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. A lot of our clients in the community that have moved in, we've been open now in this community going on about 8 months.
Okay.
We've already got over 25 sales. We got 10 clients that have moved into the community already in that short amount of time.
Yeah.
And you can see when we go through the community that a lot of those guys have already extended their driveways, extended the patio wider, put fences up. So you're gonna see a lot of different variations through the community, and the basketball hoop, of course, is a known.
Yes, make it fun, right, for the kids. So
for me.
For you too. So after this, we'll go over there and check that out. Now, right on the front of the house, you mentioned porch, right? I know that you're gonna have different models.
Yes, sir.
Some of them will probably have bigger porches or whatnot, but right away, you still have a nice overhang here on the front.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely put a couple chairs, have that morning coffee. But I'll tell you what though, I love the different, you know, on the elevation of the frontage of the home alone.
Yes, man.
I love the different look. You know, sometimes like over here you have the nice peak and then you have the roof coming out. It changes in the texture even. You have stucco here, you've got kind of the shingle look, and then you've got the wood strips. Like, the brick down low.
That's one of my favorite features is the bricks.
Yeah, it just
Definitely the bricks.
really starts to all come together to just have a really nice product. And out here, it's a little bit of country living.
Yes.
So-
I always called countryside living here in
Yeah.
Hudson, Florida. Now, one of the great things about our homes as well, we're in Florida, it rains a lot. As a builder, we do include gutters on our homes, so that's a very big benefit. That's gonna save you anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000.
Yep.
Landscaping package that we're gonna do, we're always gonna make you have some nice landscaping, the dark mulch, which is kind of giving you that modern look. And then you'll notice that even the windows and the actual gutters are going to be that bronze look for you. So we're just going to make everything a little bit modern, the darker look. It's just a very unique style home. And yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to come out here and take a look at what we have to offer.
And even though we're in the country, we got the palm trees to bring it back to Florida. I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get inside
100%.
and check this house out. Come on,
All
folks.
right,
Right away, what are we working with? This is the mantle model.
Yeah, so this is going to be our mantle floor plan. This is going to be our 4-bedroom, 3-bath. This is 3292 square foot home. Now this one also includes a media room, and right behind us actually is going to display our formal dining, and this is also a 3-car garage as well.
Yeah, so right away when you come off the foyer, which by the way, I mean, how tall are these ceilings?
So this is going to be 12 foot. So this is a 12 foot foyer.
12 foot, I would almost say taller, but we're gonna go with 12 foot. So 12 foot foyer, so right away we look up the chandelier. I mean, it just really gives that open feel, right? Light and bright.
Very, very open. One of the things that I like to highlight as well, we do the 8-foot doors throughout the whole home, which really opens up that home as well.
Yep, you can see that on the front door as
Yes.
well. So right up here at the front door, right off the foyer, we're gonna have, like you said, a formal dining space.
Yes.
Right, you guys have it as an office, obviously, because it's the model. I think that this could be a flex space in a way, right? So do you guys ever have anybody convert this to an office or do anything with that?
100%. We have multiple clients convert this to an office. If I bought it, my wife would convert it to an office as well. But the way I tell my clients, whatever it functions as you, as a family member, you'll be able to use that any way you like.
Yeah, so obviously I would see a lot of folks work from home. This could be an office. After the fact, they can maybe enclose this or do what they want. But the way it's designed is great as a dining space. If you want a formal dining space, there is a pass-through to the kitchen right this way, which we'll go around and show that to you. Kind of want to get in the house, so let's make our way from the foyer. We're going to walk a little bit further into the house.
Yes.
Off of the closet right here, you can see that 8-foot door that you were talking about.
Yes, sir. So as soon as we're walking into the home, the first thing we're going to go into, we're going to open up into that open floor plan. This is going to be right behind you guys is going to be the nice living area. And then right off the living area, which I love how we have this not centered, it's off centered. So it's just entertaining the whole area here. And everything that you guys are going to see today are going to be highly finishes that we've personally chose to put into the homes and very neutral. So being able to pull out a lot of different color palettes for you.
Yeah, and I saw that you have the two-tone, like right away, the island, right? You got the light gray and then you have the white on the back. So that's nice contrast. Then it goes really well with that quartz. You know, typical quartz you see, and what I mean by that is it's on the nicer side, but this is something that's neutral, right?
Yeah,
Gray
very.
veins with the white. You're gonna see that matching throughout.
Yep, 100% throughout the whole entire home. You're gonna have this Calcutta quartz. This is a high-level quartz that we offer here in the home. One of the things that you're gonna notice that we've done in the homes here are gonna be the soft close cabinets. We offer backsplashes with our homes as well. So we like to call it a complete home, complete turnkey home when you purchase from us.
Yeah, I got to come into the kitchen a little bit because I'm the chef in my house. Came from a restaurant background. You didn't know about that about me. But right away over here, actually right behind you, you got this nice little wine nook. You know, I'm big with these little nooks. So we have like a wine or coffee bar, if you will, right? Then we have a nice size island. You can easily fit, 3-4 chairs on the back end.
Minimum.
The undermount sink.
Yes, sir.
And we have a few options with the hardware. So if you're not the brushed nickel look or the stainless, we'll talk about that in a bit. But right behind us, the thing that, again, you're looking at some of those luxuries or those upgrades, right?
Yes, sir.
This is what, like a marble?
So that's actually going to be just your standard backsplash that we offer. Now it is more of the luxury high elevation. Now, one of the favorite things that I do, you said that you're a chef, so you probably can benefit from this.
Yeah.
But when you're cooking, all the fumes, all the gases, we're going to vent outside of the home. So that's one of the key things. We're energy efficient builder, and everything that we do is going to be pretty much a tight home.
Nice. 42-inch uppers?
Yep, 42-inch uppers, all soft close cabinets. And one of the things that I love that we offer in the homes is we also offer the built-in garbage
Love it, love it. You did mention the pendants were included too, because not all the time that those are included with builders.
Yeah, a lot of
I know
times,
it's a simple feature, but sometimes it's like, oh, you got to go buy your own afterwards.
and here's the thing I tell my clients, we already have it already there for you guys. If you decided that you want to do something later on, you can, but who doesn't want, once you move into a home, everything already packaged up, ready to go? And again, they're nice pendants that we've chose.
Yes. All right, let's make our way right around here. Coming, flowing from the kitchen, right? We have these, honestly, I know he said 12 foot. There's no, I think it's like 14, 15. But these ceilings are super tall. It just opens it up. Makes it a grand space, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
living room, family room, dining combo. If you have the dining space over there, you might be able to get away with a simple breakfast nook. This is another way of showing it that if you had the office space, then you have your dining space. And this goes out with these beautiful French doors overlooking your porch, which we will take you out there in 1 second. But check out this space. I know we don't have it staged because this is where you guys have to function as a model, but that's a great TV wall, plenty of space. I mean, you can easily fit one of those big sectionals.
Massive space here.
Yep.
100% massive space. One of the things I love as well, we went with the really big windows across the whole backside of the home here for that natural lighting to come in. So you're gonna have a lot of that.
Especially for those folks that decide to put a pool in or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's gonna, you live here, you wanna see it outside.
We
You want to
the
see your
nature
backyard,
coast.
your 2 to 5 acres. Do y'all ever have, just curious, do y'all ever get like deer running through here?
So I have yet to see the deer, but I leave pretty early, 7 o'clock. So I'm pretty sure at night there's a lot of deer running.
Maybe
around.
something through your backyard. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That country living, sometimes you want to see a deer too.
No, yeah, there's a lot of different things that goes in through the woods, but yeah. So at nighttime you definitely have a lot of different things.
Before I leave the kitchen, I did want to come back in here. I almost skipped over. This is probably the biggest part of a kitchen, right? You have a kitchen like this, you're going to be cooking and throwing down.
The biggest part of the kitchen, if you ask me.
Right back in here, I mean, look at this pantry. So beautiful walk-in pantry coming in, tons of storage for all your food. I love the shelves. You can keep it organized, right? And then right back here, we talked about those little nooks. So in this pass-through that we talked about from the front of the home, where it was coming in through the dining room, right? You have another little setup here. This is almost like a butler bar or a coffee bar, just counter space, right? Extra storage. You can never go wrong with that, especially if you want to keep the front of the house looking clean.
100%. Plenty of cabinet space, like you were just saying. Plenty of cabinet space throughout our home. So that's one of the key features that you're going to notice through the homes as well.
Yeah, love it, love it. All right, we've got a split floor plan. We've got the master on one side. You've got all the other bedrooms on the other. I can't make them wait. Let's go right into the master.
Let's go do it.
All right, so come on. All right, so walking into the master, I mean, right away, tray ceilings up top.
Yes, sir.
Tons, I mean, really nice space here. I mean, you can see the size of this bed. I think that's a step stool for me to jump up on the bed, right? But beautiful bed. I wish the bed came with the house. But you can see what it looks like with furniture.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Nice tray ceilings, really nicely decorated. Gives you a feel for what it is.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And then the suite. We got to come in. What makes it a suite, right? The bathroom setup, the closet setup. So right away we come in here. Nowadays, people want the soaking tub.
Yes.
And you guys hit it on the head with a standalone soaking tub.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the features that I love that we've done. A lot of builders are going to do that garden tub. I love that we've done a standalone soaking tub here that you can utilize, and we still have the option of having the shower. So we got both.
Absolutely. So we're seeing the same quartz coming all the way through.
Yep.
Plenty of counter space, so we're not fighting over counter in here,
His
right?
and hers, right?
And then you got this beautiful bathroom shower kind of tucked in there. To be fair with you, sometimes they like those big glass, I like this where you go in and back in there you have your nice seat.
Yep.
It looks nice. You're kind of tucked away in that shower, but it's still, they didn't give up space. You got a nice large shower there.
Yes, 100%. And one of the also things I like to point out is right behind you guys here with the frame mirrors.
Okay.
A lot of the production builders, as I say, they'll do just a really big frame mirror. When you decide that you didn't want that mirror on there,
Leaves a mark.
It's going to leave marks and it's going to tear up the drywall pretty much behind it. I like that we went with the frame mirrors. And now they're a really nice option, but if you didn't want them, you can just take them off and then you can utilize anything that you'd want to do.
Awesome, awesome. So beautiful soaking tub, vanity, shower, got everything you need. Right back in here, again, we're not fighting, just like the vanity.
100%.
We've got it, his and hers closet. It goes super deep. You've got separated on both sides. So I know I would have the losing battle, and I would probably take the short side here where my wife would take the back end, but plenty of space. And I think this rounds it all and makes it a really nice master suite.
Coming out the master here, we're going to have what we have is the tech room. Now this tech room does come included with this nice bench area here. Now we're talking about options in the home. What you see is what you get. Now we do have 2 different color palettes in this community at Bella Terra. You've seen the more contemporary palette.
Yeah, like that brushed nickel look.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now this option is going to be more of a modern palette here. So what we've done is we went with the flooring here. It's going to be a little bit darker. All the hardware, all the faucets, even that frame mirror that I was showing you earlier, all that.
So it's that black matte look. You're still getting a little bit of that marble pull.
100%. And the bathroom tile, and then all the pendants and all the ceiling fans are going to be that. And then one of my favorite things, we've changed the quartz entirely here to the gray quartz, and even the backsplash, you're going to be able to see that we went to a different backsplash. So 2 different options.
Yeah. Now I like this, you know, again, I got 2 girls. They're doing homework. So I might have a bigger office. This would be a perfect space for like that homework nook. Or to be fair, sometimes you don't need a big office. It's just a simple desk setup.
Yeah.
And I think that, I know it's a smaller space. What size is this? Probably 5-6 foot by
about 8 foot. Yes, sir.
Okay. So having that space is plenty. Like for myself, that would work as like a small office.
100%.
And then you don't have to convert that big. You can still have your formal dining space too.
100%.
So I like that. It's a really neat option. And then right back in here, as we come in from the garage space, right? This is like your laundry room. You got the storage over top. Sometimes all you see is those wire racks. So it's nice to have that. And then I would hang something here. You put the dog leash, drop your shoes off, kind of like a mud room.
Yeah, 100% could be a mud room. I like that we also do the crown molding on all the cabinetry throughout the uppers that you're going to see throughout the community as well.
Awesome. Let's go to the guest bedrooms. All right, folks. So with the mantle, again, this is a split plan, which means the master's on one side. Now we're coming clear to the other side of the house. And this is where we have the guest bedrooms. But nice little secret bonus here, right? Right here in the middle, we've got these French doors that open up. Explain what we have here.
So right here, we're going to have our media room, which is a very unique feature to this mantle floor plan. Now, one of the great things I like that we've done with the media room, you're going to notice we've done the vaulted ceilings. So if you ever wanted a projector or anything like that in the future, you don't have to worry about anyone actually getting in the way of that projector. And also one of the key features that this room is going to have is we decided to go ahead and put in a closet for this room as well, but very nice open area. And it's obviously, it's going to be a media room, but I've had clients use this as a billet room, man cave, anything that you decide.
There you go. And so the 2 things that stand out to me, and one, I think that's actually a really good decision to have that vaulted ceiling because a lot of people do use that projector setup. But having a closet means that you can utilize this as a bedroom if you still needed that. Some people need that extra, right? Yeah. The other side of that is it does have, no windows. No windows is key. I've seen so many builders like, oh, we have a media room, we have this, but then they have windows, and when you have a true media room,
there's no windows.
It needs to be blacked out.
Yeah.
So no windows, that makes it a true option for that media space to get that, that cinematic
100%
feel.
100%.
So coming down this hallway, I'm gonna lead the way here. We have 2 guest bedrooms, right? So we're gonna go all the way down this hallway. 2 guest bedrooms. And you showed me they both have some really nice walk-in closets with them.
Yeah, in this home, you're going to notice all the secondary bedrooms, at least these 2 on this end. Very, very nice open walk-in closets that we've offered in the homes here.
Yep. And then right back this way, we have 2 guest bedrooms. So now they're going to share this bathroom. Now coming in here right away, I like this. It's not a Jack and Jill.
Okay.
But a lot of times when I see the Jack and Jill, and it's not a Jack and Jill because it's not that pass-through between the 2 rooms, but again, having 2 daughters. If I threw them on this side, you have the double vanity, which right now in your model, I think you said it shows a single.
Yeah, so right now we've put it in as a pedestal sink here.
Okay.
And that's more for ADA purposes. But going forward in the home, we're going to have double vanity with that same quartz countertop you've seen with the gray cabinets and the package 1. And then we're going to have 2 mirrors here and 2 lighting as well.
Awesome. And then what I was going for with that Jack and Jill setup is that it has that separate bathtub.
Yes.
In case you have any younger ones that need to do, the bath. And then it also has the ability to where maybe one of my daughters could be showering or using the restroom and then the other one brushing their teeth. So it's multifunction there.
No, 100%. 100%. It's, I like the way that you put it. I'll start using that as a Jack and Jill, but I used to call it a full bath with a small powder.
There you go. Now, on the other side, right? So we have media room in the middle, hallway that goes both ways.
Yep.
I like that because it gives separation. It's almost a triple split.
Yep.
Right? So on this side, we're gonna have the guest bedroom now. You kind of called it what, an ensuite? For
Ensuite. So especially for someone like myself, when my mother comes and visits, I want
Yes.
her to have her own room. But most importantly, I want her to be able to have a bathroom attached to that room. And then for my mother, I want her to be able to have a walk-in shower.
Yes.
Which that's one of the things that we've done in this home, which is an amazing feature that normally costs about $6,000 to $8,000 in upgrades. But
Yeah.
we've added that in as just the cost of the home.
Yep. So again, having that privacy, the 2 bedrooms have their own.
Yep.
Then over here, it's a perfect guest suite. Could actually be a mother-in-law suite because we're talking single-story home.
Yep.
It's a dedicated room downstairs with its own full bathroom, and they've obviously put in a shower because you never know. And most of the time they're going to have that mother-in-law suite, guest suite set up.
Yep.
So I think it's perfect setup, man. All right, so we just came out of that formal dining space. We're outside now, right?
Yep.
This is going to be the backyard lanai, the setup that comes with the house. So right away, overhang. That's probably the biggest deal here because it's not that aluminum setup. I mean, you have a really nice setup here, and then you know what catches your eye.
Of course, 100%.
I set it inside. I like to cook. I like to throw it down, and this is standard.
This is a standard
Right,
part of our home.
so we got granite outside, a little bit hardier than the quartz, which is nice. So I do agree with that. You got the stone that wraps around it, matches the elevation of
front
the house.
and back.
Yep. This grill, does that come with it?
So standard, yes, we do the Cowdy grill standard.
Okay.
Has 2 lightings on top just so you can see out here at night.
Yeah.
Just access for your propane here.
Right.
And one of the things that I was very surprised that we added standard in the home as well is going to be the sink setup here. So if you're out here cooking, you pretty much got the whole setup out here for yourself.
Yeah. Now, is this on propane, natural gas?
So it's going to be on propane. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So we have propane out here. Natural gas, most people don't know this, but it's actually pretty hard to find in Tampa or around Tampa. It's just the way that our land is built and everything else. I'd say about 10% of properties actually have natural gas, but we have the propane option. Now, turning around here, you got plenty of outside lanai. You can easily screen this over.
Yep.
You can extend it out, especially if you drop in a pool.
You can definitely do that. Once you get done on the construction of the home and you close on the home, you can add that pool builder to come in and do whatever you need on the outside of the home. One of the things I like that we include all window treatments, even the window treatments in the actual doors here.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but in Florida, a lot of builders don't include gutter standard. Here, you're gonna have the gutters included standard around the whole entire home.
Yep, love it, love it. All right, so making our way. Now, what folks need to know, because we don't sugarcoat everything, right here is where this ends, right?
Yes.
The lanai ends here. This is what a builder shows, what you can do with your property.
Yes,
so
sir.
let's go ahead and make our way out this way. Now, this is a really nice, setup, a nice trail that you have. You have a fire pit down here at the end. And as we make our way through, you mentioned something to me that typically you go about 20, 30 feet off of the back of the home as far as clearing the land.
Yes, sir.
For folks, because a lot of people, kind of come to you and they're like, man, part of the reason we love this community is because it does have these grand oaks behind us. It has this natural landscape. They don't like it when they go to a new community and just everything's plowed and there's no tree covers,
100%.
there's no shade. So this way, it's the builder's version of kind of saying, hey, we're gonna give you the land, we're gonna set it up and we're gonna clear everything to the point where you could drop a pool in, you could do everything you need from a really good standpoint, but you've got a lot more land that if you wanna make your own paths, you wanna have your own empty palette, you have that option, right?
100%. We're gonna clear about 20 to 30 feet on both sides of the home as well as in the back of the home. Everything else will be just wooded. We like to call it a blank canvas for you guys. A lot of clients ask me, what are the amenities? I say you're creating your own oasis behind your home, essentially. I got clients that have done pools. I got a client that's looking to do pickleball court. Woo. So, you literally have the option of doing so many various things.
That's gonna be the neighborhood guy.
Yeah.
The guy with the pickleball courts is like, hey,
and he's on 5 acres.
So he's like, can we come over and hang out? Yeah. So, but I love the setup. Again, you can have fire pits in your backyard. You're not gonna have neighbors or HOAs knocking it down saying, you can't do that, right?
100%.
So, you also mentioned while we're out here, we're seeing this space. There's 6 miles of trails. I mentioned at the beginning. Those trails are equestrian trails. That's a horse trail that goes through this neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. And so, can you have a horse like in your yard?
So how that works here in this community at Bella Terra, we have about 6 miles of horse trail. That's on the exterior of the community and some throughout the community as well.
Yeah.
Here, how it's gonna work is you're allowed to have 1 horse per acre in this community.
All right. So if I have 3 acres, I can have two horses.
Yep, you can have 2 horses or you can have 3 horses. We've done a 300 amp hookup in your home. So there's just in case if you needed more electrical for that barn or even the pool, you got plenty of amperage here in the homes already from the builder that we've done standard in the homes.
That's awesome. So again, the reason I'm out here, the reason I'm showing this as an option, it's not perfect for everybody, but that person that wants a little bit of that country living, wants the options, wants to throw a workshop in the backyard, right? I feel that you can have the workshop, you can have a barn, so you can do a barn. I mean, that's awesome, because if you have horses, sometimes you want to put them away, you 100%. Know, especially, you know, I don't want to say winters here. People will laugh if they're from up north, but on the cold, you know, I actually had horses at one point when I was younger in life, but we would put the horses away in their stalls. So you want to have that if you have horses. And then how beautiful is it that you have 6 miles of trails winding in and out of this community, that you don't have to, you know, put them in a trailer, take them out. You can just jump on and ride your horse. And that's the reason you have it. And this makes it easy to enjoy your hobby or enjoy your pet, right?
Yeah, and you're gonna see throughout the community, there's about 1 or 2 homes that already have that nice setup with the pasture for their horses and the barns out back. So it's kind of unique because you get to see what other people are doing. And if you have that ideal, you can kind of see exactly what you're allowed to do within the community.
Yeah, are you getting any snowbirds here that want to do the RV parking in the back, and then when they want to get out, they get out, but yet they still have the setup?
I'll be honest with you, I'm getting a plethora of everybody. People that are right here in the Hudson Spring Hill area, people that are up north, out west, snowbirds. So I'm getting everyone. Most people are coming out here because I have something very unique, and I have a total different selling position than everyone else. And that's 2 to 6 acres of land with brand new construction that you can live on.
I love it, I love it. Tell you what, guys, let's head over and let's see a couple of these spots that he talked about, a couple of these properties. We're gonna get an idea of what some of these homes are already built, right? Some inventory homes that you have for sale right now.
Yes, sir, got plenty.
The beauty is that they always have homes the way that they build here, right? You always have homes available to sell. So if somebody's interested, you gotta check. Now, keep in mind, reach out to me because that inventory is changing. Depends on when you're watching this video. What I might show you today might be gone. So call us, I can get the updated information from Chris, and we can set an appointment for you guys to come out and take a look, right?
100%, yes sir.
So let's go head out and see what some of these lots look like. We left the model, and on our way, I had to just pull over on the side of the road, right? We're in the community, and Chris was telling me, he's like, man, this is kind of what you can expect on the standard stuff before we show you what I want to show you in 1 second. But right behind us, this home is already sold. This is a 5-acre lot?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got a 5-acre lot. Then right over here, this is the neighbor. You can see how much space is in between them. This is gonna be a 4-acre lot.
Yep.
And then down the road there, you got another 3 acres, or 3 and change, then we have another 3 acre. And you can see how beautiful these houses are. You know, some of them are set back, like you said, 55 feet off the road.
Yep.
However, the one that we're about to see, man, that's like paradise if you want some privacy.
100%.
You can't even see the house from the front of the street. So definitely want to show these folks what we're talking about. All right, so what we saw just a minute ago, right before we got here, were beautiful. You have all the houses, like you said, 55 feet off of the street, maybe a little bit more. And you can see that from the road frontage, how beautiful it is with all the neighbors lined up. But this is a different setup here. And this is available right now, but a couple things I want to point out. You see this driveway right behind me. This is how much privacy you can get. And what's the acreage right here?
This one is going to be our largest that we have to offer at 6.17 acres.
There you go. So originally I was touting what, 2 to 5, 3 to 5. This is 6 acres. And you see all of this natural Florida woods right here in front of you. And your house is way back there. You can't even see it from the road frontage.
Super private.
All you see is a nice driveway. So we're gonna take folks back there. For anybody looking for privacy, I wanna show you what this is like. Meet us over by the home. Let's go. I loved that walk in here. I mean, right away you can see how quiet it is back here, you know? And once you're back here, I'm looking around and I'm seeing all those oaks, all the pines. I mean, just you're kind of back in here with your own little tucked in piece of nature, right? But yet you're in a beautiful community because we saw those houses coming in. Now, you talked to me about, as we were walking down, you talked to me about the different boundary lines because it's hard to tell where everything is with all these trees. So right off the back of the house, this one's a little bit different because it's set towards the back of the property.
Yes, sir.
So how much do we have off of the back? I mean, I can see here, you can already, you said that you clear 55 feet back, but that's not where it ends. How much depth do we have?
So when we're talking about clearing, we're talking about pretty much clearing 55 feet back from the front of the house.
Right.
from the front of the road to the back, but back
30 to 50 feet off the back.
Yeah.
That's right, okay.
But back here, you're right, 30 to 50 feet off the back, off the sides here. Now, this property, like you were mentioning earlier, this is not something that we naturally would have in the community. We do have some unique properties, and this one is one. Super private. This one is going to be a 3-car garage too, but this one is a split 3-car garage, so that's going to be one of the unique differences on this lot. But behind the home here, even though we're set in the very back of the lot, we still have 150 feet behind the home, and towards the left of this property, we still have over 300 feet to get to the end of that lot line.
That's crazy. That's a football field.
Yeah.
That's 100 yards right there. So a football field sideways.
Yep.
By 150 feet back, and you still have that entire frontage that you can clear out, do whatever you want, leave it if you want privacy, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Now, we didn't show you the inside of this home because it is almost wrapped up. It's under construction, right? So we didn't get in there because it'd be hard to show you folks. But that being said, this one's already priced out because you do price them out.
Yeah, all of our homes are priced out.
And usually I like to kind of hang around to the end. I want you to wait for it, right? Because I want to give you more information. I don't want to just keep dropping prices throughout the whole thing. But this house is right over like 900, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you're talking, what's the square footage?
So this is going to be 3389 square foot.
3389, 3-car garage, beautiful inside. You still get those tall ceilings.
Yep.
And then you've got 6 acres on a private lot in the 900s. We're not talking $1 million plus. And here's the funny thing, folks. This is one of the most expensive houses they have listed right now. You're gonna love what the other lots are because they're a lot less. So what'd you guys think of that house? I love that you could stretch out and you could do a lot of damage with 5 acres at your disposal. I actually grew up with horses, and having a trail right from your backyard would be amazing. You know, over the last few years, my family bought an RV and we used the hell out of it. But living in the city now, we couldn't keep it at home and ended up having to sell it. It would be perfect having a property where you could just simply store your boat or your RV right at your home. While you're watching this, you probably also didn't think about being close to the Gulf, but you can find a boat ramp in under 20 minutes and head out to my favorite island in Anclote, where you will think you're in the Bahamas. You could also head up north to Weeki Wachee and drift in a canoe or a kayak down the springs, which is a must-do every year for my family. It's a great location that just kind of flies under the radar if you want a slower pace of living, yet you still have access to a ton of fun things from the city to the beaches. Now let's make our way over to the Thonotosassa area because we still have more to see, and hang in there with me because until the end, because I'm gonna show you the prices for these homes along with other models offered by the builders. There's a nice selection for a range of budgets, and these are some killer locations. So I'm actually pretty familiar with this area. I didn't know Miranda was building in this area, but right up the road just a bit, I have pasture land with cattle that has been in my family for a while. So it's kind of funny that this is here. I didn't even know about this, but it's in a great location. And I can personally tell you this, right up the road, it's the casino. The Seminole Hard Rock Casino is one of the nicest casinos in all of the country. One of the largest too, as far as hotels, and tons of restaurants in there. So you don't even have to be a big gambler to go over there and enjoy that. And then right over in Plant City, if you just hop on I-4 or take the back roads, Keel and Curly Winery is right up there. They have winery, they have a brewery, and then of course they have live music and things like that that are fun to enjoy, especially if you were right here. Now, the beauty of this location, right, is that it's only 20 minutes into the city. In fact, from my own house, I live in the city. It took me 29 minutes to drive here on the way here. I just like that because you have easy access to the city. You have your own space to, you know, to span out, stretch out because you're not right on top of your neighbor. And you got Miranda, which is a beautiful builder. And I got to show you this house because it's gorgeous inside. So let's make our way over there. Oh boy, you guys are gonna love this Miranda home. Come on inside, I'm gonna tour you around. I'm gonna talk to you about some of the differences I found not only with this home compared to the last home, the Mansell that we saw with the other builder. You know, I don't say this much, but I really like the layout of this house. I almost think it's near perfect. So right over 3,000 square feet, you know, we're talking 4 bedrooms plus, and right off the front door, we're gonna have this office. Nice French doors with a glass inlay. And I'm a big fan about the, you know, office at the front of the home. It just lets in a ton of light. And who wouldn't want to look out the window when they're sitting there walking? With a lot of folks working from home, it just makes sense to have this, and great placement here off the front of the house, away from the bedroom so that you have that quiet, you know, if you are working at home. Now, from the foyer, this really nice long foyer that just opens up everything. Sometimes you get those real tight spaces. This is not that scenario. You can see the tray ceilings that just lead you into the home. And so I'm gonna follow that route, right? Off the foyer, we've got a bedroom, bathroom off the front, and that is a full bath with a walk-in shower. Comparing it to the mantle that we saw before, this is gonna be that mother-in-law suite, that guest suite. The difference is that last time it shared kind of a small hallway. This one, all the way to the front of the house, opposite of the office, but away from all the other bedrooms. So if you do have that mother-in-law living in the home, or if you have that guest, they absolutely have their privacy, no question here. This brings us to a true triple split within the house, which means you have the guest suite on one side, the secondary bedrooms on one side, and then the actual master bedroom or the primary suite on the opposite. So moving around the foyer, dining space. I mean, we're not but 10 steps into this home so far, and everything's right there and it's just wide and open, but really nice formal dining space. As always, these are semi-custom builders. With Miranda, you're gonna be making updates here in the design center. So I'm sure this is a flex space that you can change it up. With that office already dedicated at the front and all the bedrooms it has, I would absolutely keep this as a formal. I love the setup here. And when we cross over here, they already thought of everything. Remember I said near perfect setup. When I had a formal dining space, I didn't use it as a dining. I used it as just a sitting area, like a formal living, because we actually used it when people came over. I like to have some wine. And so wine bar. This could be a wine bar. You'll never have too much storage in your house, but this is a wet bar. You know, you have the faucet here running water. You can put the refrigerator down low and then plenty of storage. You can customize this up top if you want to have those slats and display some wine, or coffee bar, whatever it is that you may be. But for me, wine bar, nice little sitting area or dining space would be the ideal situation here, right? Moving into the home, the front end, it already won me. Moving into this part of the home, this is the grand room right away. Look at this island. This is not a 4-seater. This is a 6-seater plus, easy if you wanted it to be. Again, with a home like this, you're gonna entertain. You never have too much counter space. So you've got plenty of counter to throw down in the kitchen. Really nice black appliances, but it gives that contrast to the white quartz countertops. Really nice, elegant, simple backsplash. And you've got your 42-inch uppers. I'm a big fan of the elevation changes. It just, again, gives that depth and that custom feel when you're talking about your cabinets there. Now, moving along, it's got these great views. You know, when you're looking at this big room over here, you're seeing a ton of light. When I'm looking and I'm in the kitchen, I'm looking across, I'm seeing a ton of light pouring in from those sliders because I have the entire view of my backyard. If you add a pool to this home, who doesn't want to look out to their pool all day long? Otherwise, you've got a beautiful backyard with all that space. You know, we're talking acreage. So love that setup. Now, before we leave the kitchen though, right here, you have your wine setup over there. You've got your coffee bar over here. You've got a little bit more cabinet space. And then keep coming with me. Right down here, the garage is right behind me. But look at this laundry room. Built-in sink, plenty of storage, washer and dryer over here. Right coming in from the garage, it's always beautiful to have this. You can use it as a mud room, hang up the dog's leash, on and on. So back out to the main portion of the home. We are gonna have obviously the kitchen. It overlooks this grand space. And again, as we move into it a little bit, if you decided to use that formal dining like I would do as a formal living, then you're gonna have this space, which could be your breakfast nook. As you can see right here, I mean, this is an 8-seater, plenty of space. And I love that they have the sliders behind it, so that lets in that light. And then look at this beautiful living space right here. That's a perfect tour so far. All right, so coming into the master bedroom, ton of space here. I love how it overlooks the backyard, because again, if you have a nice pool back there, you know, nothing better than great views. Wake up in the morning, look out into your backyard. Earlier I saw a sandhill crane, so I mean, maybe you get a little wildlife out here. And it's so large, I mean, you've got these 2 chairs even in the corner. I mean, maybe it's for reading a book. Maybe, I don't really know what you would do with these 2 chairs, but there's that much space where you could put 2 chairs in the corner if you want. Really nice open master bedroom here. And remember earlier I talked about, and it's in the detail, you know, they really did a great job with this home. Right away, you got a his and hers closet down this hallway. right? No fighting over space. And those are really nice walk-in closets, both equal size too, because sometimes you see the guy gets shortchanged, but maybe it's a shoe guy. Maybe he has extra space, he needs that. So equal opportunity there. You walk in here, you're gonna see the same thing, his and her vanities, and check out this shower. This is what I would call a super shower in a lot of these newer builds because of how much space it has. It's got the overhead rain shower, the transom window, just letting in a ton of light. And then you gotta have the bench. I always say it for shaving those legs. And I just noticed another feature. It's got a shower handle over by the bench, which again comes in handy in case you gotta shave your legs or do some work on that end. So really nice setup in here. All right, so leaving the master bedroom bath, I absolutely love that setup. Follow me on this side. You can see we're going all the way on the other side of the home, passing the kitchen, that room that we loved. But that split plan. Up front, we've got that guest suite, mother-in-law suite. We've got the master over there. Over here, we've got the secondary bedrooms. I told you, it's completely split up. Right back in here, you've got 2 full guest bedrooms, walk-in closets. And then opposite of that, remember with the mantle, they had that built-in, they called it the tech room, which was like a little desk setup. This doesn't have the same space, but it does have this little nook. And I like that they kind of showcase that, right? With this desk. I have 2 daughters, perfect for 2 secondary bedrooms. You can easily tuck this in there and have a little desk set up for homework time, right? Now back over here, we do have the full bath shower. You are gonna have the bathroom set up because you have to have a bath in a home, or at least I feel you do. Double vanities, so there's no fighting here. These secondary bedrooms will both use this bathroom. But if you notice, it has a door that leads to the outside. Why? Because it's a Florida home. We talk about pools all the time. It's a really good add-on. And if you do put a pool, this is gonna also function as your pool bath so that you can come in and you're not trekking water through the entire house. Now, as I said earlier, the backyard is really where this house shines, right? So one of the reasons you move out to a neighborhood like this is to have that acreage. That's what this video is all about. The difference between this Miranda home and what we saw back with Terrata homes is that this is, pushed up a little bit closer to the front of the street, giving you all of this back space. Now, right here on the back of the home, as soon as we walked out of the living room, you have those big sliders that we showed you earlier. Look at this back lanai, this back porch. It nearly spans the entire home. And that would be a perfect overhang to get, away from the sun and whatnot, being in Florida. Now, you can screen that in just like it is, or check out that neighbor right behind us. They screened in cage, they did their pool in the backyard, and you can see how much more space they still have in the backyard. Now, this is only a 1.5 acre lot here. So even with this lot, you can see it goes all the way back to the white fence. And then let's talk about the neighbor in front of me, right? So we talked about the pool behind me. The neighbor in front of me, I actually saw him out here earlier. He was out, going and tending to his garden. He has a couple fruit trees back there. And most people don't know this about Florida, but pineapples, mango trees, papaya trees, orange trees, it is seasonal, but some of those seasons last 6 months plus, where you can just go out to your backyard, grab some fresh fruit, and that it actually looks nice. It has that tropical vibe, especially those banana trees look really nice, and you can place that around the perimeter of your home, or you can have a designated area. But there's so much space out here, and as I'm looking at the privacy fence through the backyard there, I can see the hills in the distance. I talked to y'all earlier about the hills. You don't find that much in Florida, and out here, you have a little bit of elevation change, and it's just a really nice, change of pace here in Florida. So what do you guys think? Did you like this home from Miranda that has a nice 1 to 2 acres lot? It's only a short drive into the city and a stone's throw away from a few fun things like the casino and a winery, but you are giving up the flexibility to do just what you want in the backyard. Or did you like the Terrabella where things were a bit further out, but you had much more to say in what you can do with your property? There's no real perfect answer, but let's hop over to the office so I can show you these homes' prices. Starting with the Terrabella community from Terrata Homes just north of Tampa, there's currently 5 models to choose from. Chris shared the price sheet with me, and while this changes often as homes sell and time moves on, currently I saw an Albany model priced out the door at $699,000 as the most affordable model, and a Timberland in the mid $900,000s as the most expensive. The mantle, which we were able to tour, was priced right at $829,000. And remember, these homes are coming with 3, 4, even 5 acre lots. Terrabella is gated, and the roads, etc. will be maintained by the very relaxed HOA, which, by the way, is self-governed by the neighbors, and it's $125 per month.
Over with Miranda Homes, the same HOA will run you just under $100 a month, but you'll have a few more models to choose from and the starting price is a tad lower. These homes all in will start in the low $600,000 range, and I saw 2 homes currently for sale as a quick move-in. The Harmony model with a move-in ready price of $652,000 and a Columbus model, which is one of the largest models with up to 7 bedrooms, priced right at $750K. Right now, both builders are offering closing cost incentives and lower interest rates, as most builders are. But things change like the wind blows. So make sure to reach out to my team and we can get you up-to-date information on the available models and prices, along with scheduling a tour of these homes if you want to see them in person. And if you're planning to buy or sell a home anywhere in the Tampa area, new or old, we would love to be your go-to real estate team. So reach out anytime. The info is right there on the screen. Visit my channel to keep up with the latest and greatest. And until that next video, I'll catch you later.